Since yesterday, we have made progress on the second drop here of our Baby Blue house track and adjusted a few things that I kind of little problem spots that I've been meaning to adjust for a while. I'll kind of play it from the pre-drop area. Still need some work on this section into our new drop section. You can hear the changes. Tell me what you think. A few reused ideas, a few new ideas in here. If you haven't heard the previous drops, a lot of this is reused material from the previous drop, but it's a second drop in a piece and you need to have it be different. So the biggest, most notable difference is this guy. And this is the MIDI data, or kind of the concept we had from over here. With a few things put on top of it to make it different and bounce to audio. I probably want to rebounce this and go through and take out the 6th scale degrees that are in the beginning of this. No, those right there where we're going over a tonic note here. There's a little bit of a clash here. It's not like specifically like dissonance, but it's not really lining up with the harmonic context we're kind of establishing with the rest of the piece. We're not doing a 6 chord here or a 1 add 6 chord, so I probably should go back and just move those down to move them down to the 5th scale degree. But for the second one, where they come through over here, there we are in a 6 chord. So that one works out pretty well. So there'll be just a small, just come in here, adjust those notes, rebounce it, pull the audio over here, and all the same effects we have on top of it should leave it just fine. This is a cool thing in Pro Q4. I didn't make this. This is a preset, and they're synth presets called Complextro Midside Mayhem. And it looks like, just from looking at it here, if I can get this to go back away, is they've got a few different peaks. These ones are all set to mid, so it's kind of boosting the mids in an active way, and it's bringing down the sides and kind of different kind of sideband, almost compression style. When you turn it off, it just sounds a little bit more simple. I'm gonna turn off the stepper here that we have after it. I don't know. It's interesting. It gave us a different characteristic, and honestly, this is the sort of thing that I would think I wouldn't like. But I think basically what's happening here is that when the note's happening, it's bringing it out in the mid, so it's really strong and center, up the middle of the signal. But then as the signal dies down, as it goes down in volume, it brings back in the sides. So you kind of get this almost like ducking effect of the side signal. I liked the sound of it. That's kind of all that mattered. It was kind of a cool idea there. And then we put this stepper on top of it. This is in a preset slow fast skip. I just kind of was going through those. I'm like, you know what, this one, I kind of like where this one's at. I might come and adjust this one in the future because it does kind of obfuscate probably my favorite part of this sound. So this little bump 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 melody. Right. Right there. It takes away kind of two of the notes. So we might adjust that. But I do think that makes it, those two effects make it notably different than the sound we have over here. I think in a meaningful way. And make it a nice kind of little texture and additional texture. And this is the thing that is the most different in this drop compared to the previous drop. We also pulled in the vocals from the previous section, and the most important thing that I think we switched today, which nobody's noticed at this point, but is really important to me, are horns here. Previously, there was one channel that was doing this sound. That still is just one channel. The fourth scale degree here, I have put onto its own channel so that this singular note here is popping out and dies much quicker than its friends up here. Really hang in the air for a long time. In Serum here, we've got, if we take a look at these guys, it's a very, very simple sound, just a 4 voices of unison saw wave with a pretty big reverb. This is an 8-second delay, some distortion after the reverb, some compression after the distortion, after the reverb. This is multiband, so it goes upwards and downwards. This is a very compressed, like the distorting compression, or no, compressing distortion and compressing distorted reverb gives you really, really long tails. So this instrument has just like way longer than 8 seconds of tail here. And it does make it unruly, but it really works as long as the notes you're playing are sticking kind of within the androgynous notes of the key, the notes that can really be used anywhere, the multi-purpose notes, your tonics, your first scale degrees, your fifth scale degrees, second scale degree, all of those can really easily ring out for a long time, or as long as the notes are happening kind of in isolation. And so majority of what we've got going on here in our MIDI is very isolated. It's just very, very sparse notes that are happening every once in a while. All that's fine. And then that's we do have the third scale degree, which can be problematic, but given the chords we have, it's fine. And then otherwise, it's just a second scale degree, the first scale degree, and the fifth scale degree. The ones we were saying were just fine. But then over here it goes fifth, fourth, fifth, really in close succession, which creates a little bit of mud. I'm going like, hear that? Them beating against each other, and it's really only a problem when we're kind of coming back out of it into these one chords we have here. I really want those one chords to boom, like really, really hit pretty well. And so it is all, throughout the entire piece, it had been really bothering me that we had that bum, bum, bum motion that was creating this bum, 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 mud. And so I just a little bit of duplicate of the channel, took the fourth scale degree out of this MIDI up here, put just the fourth scale degree down here, and then just lowered the decay to 4.8 seconds. And just taking away that much decay time really made a big difference where these guys die much faster, so they get out of the way and don't leave these long tails anymore. And much more quickly it's gone. And it's still maybe hanging around more than I want it to, but it's not in a way that's like bothering me as much anymore. and I could still come in and very easily just like add some gain automation to drop it down and have that note really get out of the way, and I don't think anybody would notice because the tail of these ones are all hanging around. There's just so many more notes up here. So those are the main things we did today. Tomorrow, I'm debating how long to carry on this drop for. We are already at this point at 5.5 minutes, so this is becoming a longer track. We are in the last idea. After this will just be outro material. But I also need to add a little bit of a beginning. The beginning right now is just, it just starts, and I feel like just having like one measure of going shum, like, you know, having just like a little swell up there, I think would probably just add a little bit of professionalism to the piece. So we're getting close. I like what we've got. That's all we have time for today, though. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.